Hello and welcome to JOAQ HARD. I'm your host, Joaquin Reyes. Over here is America's favorite uncle, Bryan Harden. And we are here to delight you with all sorts of fun stories and interviews with local LA artists, up-and-coming chefs, musicians, athletes, fun people all around. And we're really excited to do this. Well, welcome to the show, Bryan.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah, this is something we've been talking about for quite a while. Wanted to get this off the ground, but
I'm a notorious procrastinator, so
yeah, with our powers combined, we could really. But there is there's a will, there's a way, and we have persevered, and we are here for episode number 1. Bryan and I are longtime friends, former neighbors, Los Feliz. He's not an LA local, but he is now welcomed as an Angelino, having been here for
my quinceañera this year.
Oh, this is your quinceañera. Yeah. We're gonna have to throw a quinceañera on your.
I'll wear the dress. I don't care.
Perfect. Yeah, we're gonna have you wearing a dress. When is that gonna be? When?
It was last February, so it already happened.
Oh, it already happened. So we'll have to do a Sweet 16 then.
Sure, that works.
You can still wear the quinceañera dress though.
As long as there's a piñata.
All right, perfect. Oh man, it's been a fun couple of weeks, man. Summer's been great. What's been a highlight for you?
Went to Vegas and ate mushrooms and went to the Sphere, even though it was hot as hell out there and torture walking around. But that was pretty cool.
Did you do Fish? Or are you talking about the Eagles?
No, there was no band there. I just watched the movie. Darren Aronofsky made like a movie for it.
For the Sphere?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was pricey, but it was pretty wild in there.
The trip was pretty good?
Yeah. I mean, it was like mellow, but like I didn't get too crazy. It looked cool as hell. I was freaking out on the escalator, highest escalator I've ever been on.
Oh shit!
Like suspended in the middle of the thing.
The escalator's in the middle of the Sphere?
Yeah, it's like you just keep going up because you got to go up to walk down.
Yeah. I went to this place called Cosm LA that they have over in Inglewood now. It's in the Hollywood Park kind of complex. It's directly next to the Hollywood Park Casino. In the same kind of complex area if you're going to a match or a game at SoFi. Kind of wild over there. Have you been over there for any events? For anything over there?
To SoFi?
Yeah.
Just a football game when the Giants were in town.
How shit was it trying to get out after that game?
I think we just went to some bar and hung out for a while down there.
Man, that's definitely smart. I was I was there for the Arsenal Manchester United match a week ago. And honestly, I thought like we parked. I went with my buddy Kyle. We parked right next to the Hollywood Park Casino, walked across all that, and we're coming back. I'm just like looking around and looking at the fucking traffic jam everywhere, and just like no one's exiting any of the. It looks like no one's moving anywhere, and I was like, dude, I should just sit here and play poker at Hollywood Park. Like, what am I doing even like trying to exit in this traffic? It's it feels like it's a nightmare. Like if you go there for a big match or something, a big game, like.
Yeah, now they got the Clippers too.
Yeah, they got the Clippers too. What if you have double duty? You got 2 games going on. Like it was jammed. It took us an hour just to get out of the area.
Train, right? Don't they have a stop over there?
The Expo line stops by there.
I think so.
Yeah, well, that's use public transportation. Why not?
I don't have a car. Rats ate my car. I'm on the bus and the train.
Yeah, so you can do the red line to the Expo, right? You can connect there through good old Union Station.
Yeah, doesn't bother me. You gotta keep your head on a swivel on the train. The bus is nice. The bus is polite. Now and then you get some freaks that wander on, but the train is. Some guy tried to swing at me a few weeks ago.
This was on the red line, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the red.
Maybe the purple is K-Town, I think.
Well, yeah, both of those you're risking it.
I mean, I don't get upset. I just want to be aware.
Sure.
Because the guy's out of his mind. It was pretty funny though. Because we just left Korean barbecue, and my buddy had a thing of soup. And so we were, like, running to catch the train, and I think we freaked the guy out because he swung at both of us. We just, like, kind of like, okay, man. Then we got on the train, and he followed us in, and we're standing there, and we're, like, looking at him like, this guy going to try to pull some shit, and he just starts smiling at us, and he goes, got any leftovers? So we're like, soup? You can have the soup? So we gave him the soup.
He took it?
Yeah, he took the soup.
Hey,
And I didn't know what else to say, so I said, now all you need to do is find a spoon. But I'm sure he just probably pounded it.
more than likely.
Oh, yeah.
Did he barter it for a tall can somewhere else? I doubt anyone's gonna take the swap of taking the soup leftovers for.
You never know, man. It's hard out in these streets.
Damn right. Yeah, they just had. I had some friends that were out there for Hardfest this weekend. One of those things. What would it take to get you
EDM?
out to one of? Yeah, it's an EDM.
A lot
festival.
of Molly. That's
A
where it
lot.
would take me.
Yeah, that's pretty fair. It's one of those things that like I've been to the summer festivals and shit like that before, but the dead middle of summer, it's like it's hot enough going to Coachella in April and shit like that. But imagine just being like, we're going to be on a paved, like a big parking lot for this festival in the middle of August. I mean, they've been having it out in San Bernardino the past couple of years. It's been a while since it was out here in LA proper. So I had some friends that went last minute because it was here so close. There are really good artists if you're into, trying to listen to some fucking see Dead Mouse and Rez play together as Mouse, whatever the fuck it was. Rez Mouse is what they called it.
Is he native?
No. They're Rez is Ukrainian and Dead Mouse is Canadian. So, but they're a lot of different artists, like top tier shit. But I'm already going to a festival in San Francisco in September. That sounds a lot better than doing it in 95-degree heat in Inglewood.
Yeah, no
on
thanks.
August
Too
3rd
old
or
for
something like
that.
that. A little wild.
Those days are over.
Yeah. As far as the Olympics, we've been watching a bunch of silly shit. What has many events that have been exciting to you?
No, I just kind of throw it on in the background. I like the guy that won the silver medal without any of the gizmos, just shooting straight up gangster.
Yeah, the guy from Turkey.
Yeah. And then he just bagged on his ex-wife.
Did
Like,
he?
gave her my dog back or something. I
Oh
don't know.
no, really?
Yeah.
I missed that drama. That's pretty hilarious. Yeah, I did like the swag of him just being like, oh, I don't need that extra fancy shit. Like I'm an old school shooter. It's like, so you retired KGB? Like how? Like where do we get this from?
The Turkish version. I
Yeah,
think he's
whatever the Turkish mafia. I don't know. Whatever it is. I don't want any problems. Good job on meddling, guy.
I will admit.
Get your dog back.
I will admit I was a little few bong hits in, a little hungover, and I had the gymnast thing on, and when Simone Biles won, I got a little choked up.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, what a beautiful moment.
Yeah, that was a great moment, especially for someone who had issues with her mental health. And
Oh, really? I didn't hear that.
yeah, so when she in the last Olympics, she didn't win the gold. She withdrew, I believe, right? Gotta look over to our producer Rylan over here. She withdrew with something. I think she was having anxiety and depression, certain stuff. Forgive me, but she went through some issues. There was a big case of her like not potentially even making it back to the Olympics ever. Like she definitely thought about quitting. It's like the mental pressure of being a superstar, someone who's being touted as potentially one of the greatest ever. There's a lot of pressure and scrutiny.
Yeah, I wouldn't know what that's like.
but she's been very open about reaching out for help in that, and she was talking about having sessions with her therapist the day before she won her gold medal again. That she was doing that at something like 4 or 5 in the morning local time for her therapist to for her to have a session the morning before her race. Getting in.
She should have brought him.
Well, whatever.
Sure,
I mean, but whatever. She could talk to him. Yeah. I mean, you're right. I mean, they don't pay these athletes a lot. I mean, she's probably one that's got pretty good money through endorsements, but
I saw some list of like how much money you get for the medals in different countries, and I think like Singapore was the highest. Like if you get a gold for Singapore, you get like $500,000.
Yeah, you make Singapore proud. They got money. They got money in Singapore. It's not a big place, and don't do wrong by them. They're one of those places like you see. It was a big deal, I guess, today that I believe the Korean golfer needed to place.
So he got out of the military.
So you get out of the military service and finished in like 4th. So just missed out on the bronze medal and now has to go. So like when he saw the score, he basically saw that he had to go into military service for the next 2 years instead of being exempt for being a medaling Olympian.
South Korea, right?
South Korea,
Didn't,
yeah.
What's his name from Tottenham get out of that?
Lucky bastard, yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure they don't throw these guys on the front lines. They're probably in the kitchen.
They should know better than to do that. Yeah, they shouldn't be throwing them out there. But I mean, but still to have to give up and go do that service, that's some shit.
Yeah. One of the nice things about being in America.
Yeah, who knows if they'll bring back conscription, right?
I've heard that rumor. I'm too old, so
yeah. I think at this point, I don't think they don't want me.
You got bad knee.
Yeah, my knees are shit.
We're good.
Yeah, I think we're safe. I think we're safe. I was watching. We went over to Lucky Baldwin's in Pasadena this weekend for my chef friend Neil, the chef over from Kismet.
Oh, yeah.
We went over there to enjoy a good old fashioned English fish and chips. They do it right. We went there and we went there at the prime time for the Olympics, so we were watching all the highlights of everything there, and we were watching. I don't know how they say it correctly. Is it dressage?
Dressage.
Okay, good.
Horse dancing.
But it's so funny because you go in and then you're watching this event, and we get to like the second fucking horse, and all of a sudden I'm a fucking expert at watching. It's like, ooh, I don't know about that form. What is it about the Olympics that just makes you you watch an event one or two times, and all of a sudden you're critiquing shit and looking at stuff like, ooh, I don't know if he's gonna do well. Like that horse's nose is pointed too far down. There's apparently a thing where the horse has to be. They kind of want to line up the face so that's perpendicular to the ground.
Wow.
And so like one of the horses was overdoing it too much and it was tucked in, and that's poor form.
The horses should get a medal too, a big one.
They really should. What else would be a bonus for them? I mean, how else do they? And you know that they don't. These aren't horses they've been riding for a long time. They get them like shortly before the tournament. Yeah.
I thought it would be the same horse for the whole thing.
You would think, but yeah,
that's
apparently
where the talent comes in.
I guess so.
Jump on a wild stallion and make it prance around. That's the best in the world.
Wild stallions.
I would like to see the dressage versus cowboys or something like that.
Oh, Western versus.
Yeah.
Because they do have that in like I believe it's hunters and jumpers and stuff.
Well, you're not going to get any like roping or anything.
We're not hog tying.
Yeah. PETA. No,
they're not going to.
We don't need that on the worldwide stage.
Yeah, we see enough horses go down at Santa Anita down the way.
Oh, topical.
Oh baby. Well, yeah. Well, look, man, I'm excited to do this. We're going to be interviewing fun people that we know from here around town, different artists. People that are musicians, chefs, all that good stuff. Our guest this week is going to be Adam Abada, who is a very talented skater and artist. And we're looking forward to doing that, man. We're going to be coming back to give the interview with him here shortly.
JOAQ HARD is brought to you by Melt Mushrooms. You can find them on Instagram at Melt Mushrooms. I love the chocolates. Had them many times. But guess what, folks? They got gummies now in 3 delicious flavors: elderberry, tangerine, or pineapple. Give it a try. Expand your mind. Work on that third eye. And every time, you can be guaranteed they use their sacred mushroom blend. This is high quality stuff, folks. Check it out.
All right. Now, welcome to the show, Adam Abada. You can follow him on Twitter and Instagram at Narcotics with a G, GNARCOTICS, and also at Adam Abada Art on Instagram if you want to see some of his lovely art. Welcome to the show, Adam.
Thank you, man. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. So you've been here for 8.5 years, you said now?
Yeah, I've lived in Los Angeles that long.
And I've known you for about 4 or 5, I believe, maybe a little longer.
A little more.
Yeah, maybe 6, something like that. But you're definitely an honorary Californian now. You're not. You've earned your stripes. I'll give them to you as a local.
I got people back east who are gonna make fun of me for that.
Well, you've been here long enough. I know you still go back plenty. Tell us a little bit about your art, because you've done a lot of really cool shit with a bunch of old buildings. You and I have been doing a little restaurant tour of San Gabriel Valley recently.
Oh, I've been appreciating that. I've been drawing some of those actually.
Yeah, very excited to see how those come out. Tell me a little bit about what got you started with that.
Sure. Yeah. Thanks for asking. I don't talk too much about my art, so I'm hyped too. I guess I've been drawing most of my life. My mom's an artist. She is an illustrator. She worked at an ad agency, though. She wasn't a professional artist per se, but she is a great artist. So I've just kind of started drawing my whole life since I can remember. And over time, maybe because my dad owned a bodega in New York City as I was growing up, I had like a thing for on the ground storefronts and street level stuff like that. Looking back, I can kind of see it that way. All my sketching and drawing, which used to be more kind of doodling, I would say, like idle stuff from my mind, like fantastical stuff, started focusing towards not really architectural stuff, because it's not like you couldn't build a building like based on my perspectives in my drawings. It's not like that type of accurate, but I just kind of got into like how buildings represent neighborhoods and societies and individuals and history, a lot. And I just kind of started, especially when I moved to Los Angeles, to understand my surroundings, I would start drawing things that appealed to me or that reminded me of things from my life. And that's how I started doing a lot of building drawings, if that's kind of what you were getting at. But otherwise, art in general, I just kind of like to make images. So been doing that a minute.
Yeah, we were taking a look through some of your work on on Adam Abada art, and we saw some cool stuff over from Glendale. I believe, Brian, what was your favorite? You saw one that you liked.
Well, the TG one's classic.
Oh, hell yeah.
Flicker.
And then was it the Sealy's?
Oh yeah, the old furniture place. I drive. My girl lives over there, so I drive past that like twice a day.
Sick. Yeah, that one was a gift actually. Most of the art on my Instagram is stuff that is commissioned or I was just out of my journals or gifts. I have a lot of stuff that I'd like to be in a show somewhere or something. I try to keep that off online. But that Sealy's one I drew ages ago for a friend who is from Los Angeles but was moving back from the Bay Area, and she wanted something that was like kind of old school LA, and she ended up moving to Glendale, like not far from that building. I like that one. That's a good call. I like iconic stuff, literally, with like typography and like old.
Well, plus all the signage in this town.
Oh,
They
yeah.
love neon signs. And everything. Even down the street here in Highland Park, like when all the
everything there
gentrification and stuff.
in the middle of.
But they won't let
Figueroa.
people take the signs off.
Good.
They like leave them up.
Yeah, they gotta keep that. I love signs. Like signs, I've probably drawn thousands of signs. It's like a problem.
Do you have a top few? You have top 3 or anything?
Ooh, I mean, let me go by
a couple.
I can go by neighborhood. Let me in Northeast LA, where I live, where you live.
Yeah, shout out.
I like on Colorado the Rose Bowl Motel sign up there, and the Islander Motel sign. They're kind of across the street, a little far down the way from each other, but they like just harken back to like motel times in like the 50s to 70s before the freeway was up there. And so I love stuff like that. I mean, Dave's on Broadway in Glendale's like sharp tooth, like red facade neon is sick.
Saw the Arby's sign too, ripped to the Hollywood Arby's.
Oh, dude, they're trying to keep that up, I think.
It's gonna be like a pizza drive-through or something.
Yeah, actually, so have either of you heard of the Valley Relics Museum?
Mm-mm.
No.
I think you'd be into this place. It's this dude. His name is Tommy Galinas. He owns a print shop, like a giant print, like a screen print shop where you do like Guns N' Roses tour shirts, like like that level scale. But he has 2 hangars at the Van Nuys Airport, and it has a lot of Valley history specifically, but also a whole hangar full of neon signs. And in his print shop parking lot, he had an Arby's sign.
Damn.
And it's in 2 pieces. It was like 2 pieces. Both of them were probably taller than this room. Like, they're so big, obviously, as signs, but when you're up next to them, they're like 3 or 4 stories tall, these things.
It's fucking huge.
Yeah.
Big hit.
That's a classic sign, that Arby's one. I could talk about, I could go on about this stuff.
Yeah, corned beef Reuben.
Very nice, very nice.
R.I.P. that Arby's, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a cultural icon going down the drain, unfortunately. But it's tough out there,
Yeah, it's wild when like we're at the point in society where you got to root for like chain, low level chains. Like that's all we've got left. Like mom and pops are already down the drain. Like if you're
just like, just don't get rid of my Wendy's.
Just a struggling corporation, that's like the quaintest thing left in America.
I know. There's like, man, I'm heartbroken. They've closed the Rite Aid down the street from me. Like that was my fucking go-to for anything, whether it be alcohol or fucking
what is
toothpaste or whatever. It's just
is that like Target now? Like what? Like where do people go for that type of stuff? The internet, or they get it delivered?
Yeah, I guess people are doing that. People are saying that part of the reason is that they don't prosecute criminals for shoplifting too much here, so they lose a lot of shit at all these Rite Aids.
Oh, they're just not making good. They're just.
I don't know. I mean, they're busy. They're busy.
Too liberal in California for them to operate.
I guess because they just let people just get fucking walk out with stuff all the time. And
fucking Gascon.
That's why everything's locked up.
Yeah. So I've been going to the CVS down the street.
I gotta get a helper to get my deodorant out of the.
I know
my prison labor deodorant.
Exactly. That's the bullshit. I have to. It's like wait a minute. I need this for shaving cream. I need this for fucking Advil. I need it for for this as well. Like it's pretty absurd.
I mean, that kind of loops back into you asking me about like what draws me to drawing the buildings and stuff. I mean, it's kind of preservation, like
Right,
things
absolutely.
I'm into and the way I see the world or want to see the world. Like I try to represent that. I think that's what I'm doing. Feels good to do, so that's like kind of do it for that reason. But after the fact, I think it represents like my viewpoint and my emotions around that viewpoint, if that makes sense.
Sure. I definitely, I really enjoyed. Actually, I still have it on my fridge. I have a picture of Ronnie smoking the joint.
Oh hell yeah!
So
The
you did
quarter
some,
sheets
you
there?
did some art
Yeah.
for the quarter sheet stuff. That was all really fun stuff.
Yeah, I appreciate that. That was my friend Aaron, who does Quarter Sheets Pizza at Echo Park, when he was starting it out, because he's a chef. And during the pandemic, he lost his private chef job, and his girlfriend, now wife Hannah, is a pastry chef, and she lost her restaurant job. So they did the selling food out of your house thing that so many chefs went to.
They
And
sure did.
he cooked up. He's from Michigan, and so he was making these Michigan or Detroit style, like square, like deep dish. It's not deep dish.
Yeah,
pizza.
kind of almost like Sicilian, but they're fucking.
Yeah.
It's fucking amazing.
Called Detroit
style with those burnt cheese edges.
And
That
at
shit is
first,
amazing.
for his the first box, like when he was just selling them, kind of for fun, I guess, or to keep busy, to make money. But he was just messing around. He asked me to draw a parrot. What are they? A red cap parakeet, I think they're called. Because they lurk in this area, and they're.
I mean, yeah. If you're from here, those have been around my entire life. Like hearing those parrots all around the San Gabriel Valley.
Yeah.
I'm dreading if they show up in those Phillies. That'll
True. I don't know why they didn't get over there
so
yet.
loud.
I guess they just haven't gone over the hill.
They just
I hear
haven't-
them now and then, and I'm like, oh no, here it comes, the Great Migration.
I think
They're
they're.
never gonna be able to sleep in again.
Well, it all started from Pasadena, right? I mean, there's
Yeah,
like,
someone like
pet
had one
store
they let
thing
go.
of- No, I mean, no. There's like a pet store
Oh,
story.
a pet store.
Like a
that's still
fire
there?
in the pet store.
Oh,
and-
shit.
and-
I
That's
thought
the
it-
rumor.
that's
think
the
that
that's the
was
urban
like-
I
legend.
think that's a scene from
The-
Pee Wee's Big Adventure. Actually,
Yeah,
The
yeah.
urban legend that's been told here forever was that there was like a pet fire back in the store, fire at a pet store in Pasadena, and they got out, and so they've been kind of roaming around San Gabriel Valley, and further. I mean, it just keeps going.
how
from
many
Pasadena.
parrots does a pet store keep in it?
Well, the
Well,
thing
then
is, they
they
start
mu-
breeding,
they-
baby.
Yeah, I know that, but still, these
Birds
two
are
parrots.
fucking, yeah.
No, maybe there were
populated the
8.
whole area.
Yeah, maybe.
I think
a
people
handful.
have them and they
Adam and
lose
Eve
them,
parrots.
or they let them go. I read that somewhere I read. I was actually because I've been drawing these parrots.
Sure.
So I've held a couple. Actually, my neighbor had one. Like
Uh-huh.
any chance I get up close to one, I take pictures of them.
Sure, of course.
But I think they're like Central American and like
Indigenously?
yeah, regularly and like northern South America, I think. And I think this part of Southern California, LA area, is like their second biggest population, but purely because they were like released from
Right.
that pet shop fire. That makes sense.
Yeah. Well, it's wild. Yeah, I had a friend growing up who had one that had gotten electrocuted on a line or something like that. So they nursed it back to health, and it became their one of the wings was fucked up, so it could never fly well. So they kept it as a pet instead of releasing it back out into the wild.
Oh, it was like it was wild. It was a wild one.
a wild one that was felled by something got fucked up. Its wing was messed up, and then nursed it back to health. But then he wouldn't have been able to make it on his own, so they kept him.
That seems like a good way to have a pet bird. Otherwise, it's weird to have a pet
Well, it'd be
bird.
weird to just to be like, oh well, I got you, motherfucker. So guess what? You're gonna be my slave for the
But
rest.
they'll like clip their wings
Yeah.
to have them as pets. But
I
if
I
they
guess
come
you're
that
not
way-
supposed to pet a bird under the wings.
Why is that?
I don't know. It freaks them out. It's like,
it's ticklish.
well, I mean, they lose it. It's like a nature thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I believe it.
I think it gives them anxiety or something.
Yeah.
Just want to pat the head.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine like doing that to an owl. Like what kind of look would it shoot you?
You try getting under those wings. I saw an owl on my block 2 nights ago.
Really?
Great horned, yeah.
Wow, I can't say I've seen many owls here with any.
They must be around here. I bet you
Just
there's some.
chilling in a tree.
Yeah, I mean, there's a pair there that is in that little valley in my zone, and they chill for sure. Flew right over. Like at dusk, they like do this. They do laps looking. I think that's when they start hunting.
Yeah, I think that's when it's time. That's the
It was big.
while things are still out lurking, they want to go pick them off while the light's low.
It was like size of this lamp, like bigger than that speaker box for sure.
That's a good size.
Dude, it was huge.
That's funny when you see them show their legs. It's such a fucking crazy.
That's sick.
And now for story time with Uncle Bry.
So the most recent Dodger game I went to. Had good seats because it was for Father's Day. That was what, like a month ago or something.
Something like that.
And so my buddy's wife got him nice seats for Father's Day. They just had a baby, you know, they're busy all the time. Like, let him go have a night out. First Father's Day. It's a nice, heartwarming thing to do. We go, we're sitting in the nice seats. It was it the yellow section? Like right up from the very first field section. So
Loge level?
no, well, I was on the field.
Oh, you were field level.
But
Okay, but you're saying.
and then we go and sit down, and the guy next to me looks like a serial killer, and he's got the book out, like he's taking
Oh yeah, he's doing the book.
doing in the filling it. Who does that? And there's like extra seats, and he doesn't move over. He
white.
just sits next to me the whole time. So eventually, we're like, let's move down here, because after a few innings, nobody's there. So we move down. We're even closer. So I get to about the 8th inning. Dodgers are getting their ass kicked. They're losing. You know how LA fans can be. Sometimes they don't really care about the game, especially if someone's losing. So they lose interest and they like other things. So what do they like? One of the things the most, the wave. I don't participate in the wave. I think it's probably some deep-seated psychological issue I have where I don't like authority and I don't like to be told what to do, and I don't want to be involved in your corny displays of whatever this crowd sourcing celebrations are.
Fair.
So I won't do the wave. That's one. But then they got this new thing out here with the beach balls. Everybody's throwing beach balls around.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that annoys me. And so it gets about the 8th inning. The beach ball comes by. And my buddy, he grabbed it and he gave it to me. And so I reached in my pocket and I pulled my keys out and I popped the beach ball and threw it on the ground. And everybody in the section lost their minds on me.
Oh yeah.
Screaming it, boo, boo. The boos were raining down upon me.
I would have booed you.
There was a guy behind me. Get out of those seats. You didn't pay for those seats.
Oh,
You're
shit.
not even supposed to be there. There was 2 women adjacent in front of me, mortified. My buddy said they were looking at me when I was fumbling around in my pocket for the keys. They were like, what's he doing? What's going on? What's going on? And then when I popped it, like all the life left their faces. So I embraced the villain role. I said, give it to me.
So
Give it to me.
this was your heel turn.
Yeah, I was laughing my ass off because I was like, you're not even paying attention to the game. You're like children watching this toy float around. Does it really matter that much? And I'm laughing my ass off as everybody's yelling at me because I don't give a shit. I'm a Yankee fan anyways. I like the Dodgers. They're in the National League. But still, I did have a Dodger. I had a LA hat on with a Wu-Tang pin. And so this is the one that pissed me off the most. Some guy in the back goes, you don't listen to Wu-Tang. Like, okay.
It's the worst of it all.
Wu-Tang doesn't give a fuck. I think Wu-Tang would have laughed at that. I'm pretty sure Method Man would have snickered. So then there's another beach balls that's coming. And the only people that got the joke and everything were the Asian guys. Because one of the Asian guys starts going, oh no, don't let it float over here. Keep it away. And I start laughing my ass off again. And the lady in front turns around and goes, what's your problem? You're a grown man. Just furious at me as I laugh into her face. And I go, you're an adult too. You're angry over a toy. What is wrong with you people? And then I did a little research and come to find out that that's where it was invented. The Dodgers invented throwing the beach ball around. Beach culture, beach lifestyle.
Yeah, that's
Bring
nice.
the toys to the park. We can have fun. Oh, so yeah, I'm an asshole. I don't care. I thought it was funny. Is it a problem to get a rise out of people by destroying something they hold so dear? Most assuredly. But I didn't care at all. I laughed my ass off.
Walk Hard is sponsored by Art Printer. Check them out at art-printer.com. Follow them on Instagram at artprinterla. Use them for all your fine art printing needs, high-resolution scanning, and more. They are locally owned and operated, women-owned, small business here in Los Angeles, over there on the west side, West Culver City on West Washington. Check them out online. Wonderful quality prints, working with all sorts of local artists here all over town. and across the country, across the world. So if you are into getting some really nice high resolution, if you want something stretched, you want something on paper or canvas, they do a great job. Art Printer LA at Art Printer LA. So let's talk a little bit about your skating. You're wearing a pretty sweet top. You're wearing a quarter sheets jersey.
No,
Quarter sheets, quarter snacks.
Get
I'm sorry.
Twisted, yeah.
Get it twisted.
Very
We
confusing.
love them both, but quarter snacks is amazing.
Yeah.
Love watching their skate tricks and all that. You've been skating for a very long time, and tell me a little about your introduction to the scene here and kind of how you've gotten involved with all the skaters here in Northeast LA.
Sure. I mean, it's funny because I skate with so many people not from Los Angeles, and I think that's what happens. If you're not from here, if you're not from a place and you move to a place, you gravitate to people like that. But you know, I skate with a few local guys. Like I live near Eagle Rock High School, and there's a crew who skate there every Saturday. We've been there for like 25 years plus since they graduated high school. So I'll catch them there on the weekends, and that's always fun. But you know, I like to street skate, and I live in Northeast Los Angeles, so I like to lurk around alleyways and spots, and like. And I do some writing about skateboarding for Quarter Snacks,
Right.
And some other places. So I try to keep myself aware of what's going on, but more importantly, I try to skate as much as possible.
Yeah, I've definitely seen some of your stuff from over there at the Glassell Park Rec Center.
Oh yeah, I like the Glassell Park Rec.
That was one of those spots when I used to go there. When I used to go there, I was like, man, this looks like fun.
Yeah, so you probably used to skate all this stuff before me, if you skated in this area.
Honestly, I
know
only
you're farther east.
I only did a little bit of it. Most of my stuff was out, like kind of Pasadena and further
high
along.
school era.
Yeah, I did a lot of. Well, you know, all those skate parks were coming up during my middle school and high school, so it was like Claremont, Laverne, Glendora, San Dimas that all opened the first parks. Like there's parks in Arcadia, Monrovia now, but those weren't there until after I was out of high school. So I was fucked in terms of that sense. But when we didn't have driver's licenses yet, we could hop on the Foothill Transit bus, the 187 of all things, but that runs down Huntington, and it takes you all the way out. It'll take you out as far as Claremont.
Yeah, I know exactly.
And so we would just hop on that Foothill Transit as little 14, 15-year-old little grommets and just, you know, ride the fucking bus and skate to all the skate parks.
I think it's farther out. Did you ever skate? Is it Chaffee High School?
Yeah, that's like Upland, right?
Yeah. Did you ever skate there? It's gone now,
dude.
right? I think they just ripped that whole plaza.
That's a shame.
Damn, I didn't go there. I should have went there.
Well, that was in so many of the fucking old videos, you know, the Zero toy machine stuff from back in the day.
Oh, even older, yeah.
Yeah.
Stuff, man.
Yeah, Mouse, I think.
Yeah. Definitely, it's in there. It seems like a really good spot. I blew it. It was there for. I think they just redid that last year. I lived in LA for 7 years with it out there and never went.
It's a burn, but I mean, it's a ways from here. It's about an hour, I guess, to get out there, and that's saying without traffic. Or
I go to San Bernardino though and stuff like.
That's true. There's no excuse. There's no real excuse.
There's no excuse.
You had all those spaces.
Good spots. There's a good spot. Skate it because it won't be there. That's the thing. Like, if you see a spot and want to skate it, and I've waited a year or two to skate something, and so many times, not only if it hasn't been skated before you get there, if you care about that, if you know, some people care. Sure. I don't care that much, but you know, if I find something and it hasn't been skated, it'd be cool if I'm the first to skate it.
Of course.
But sometimes it's just constructed out of existence. Like that's a wild thing about skating is you like pay attention to how much turnover and development there is, like how regularly streets are being repaved, like when new curbs are putting in, and you start paying attention to all this weird shit. And
yeah, that's the real scouting of the game.
Yeah, it starts getting real dubious, actually.
I just remember just like when they started putting all the fucking blocks at the end of the rails, you know, the bolts and the different things they put on all the ledges and shit. Like they made a lot of stuff unskateable. I mean, you know, I'm also looking at a lot of that stuff was on school campuses, and they were, you know, we were the scourge of those schools for sure.
It doesn't make any sense though. It's not like maybe not New York City, but a lot of Eastern schools, like it's just open, and like the whole community's there, like using it as a park on the week. I mean, here they don't want unhoused people being on the school property, right? Which like is an issue.
Yeah, but you know, like when they were chasing us, when they were chasing us in the suburbs, it's not like there was a bunch of homeless people.
Right. I mean, people should be able to use the basketball courts. I mean, and skate, but like even before you get to skateboarding, like there's facilities on school grounds that like neighborhoods can use for sure. It's very odd.
My parents live across from an elementary school in Monrovia, and we used to skated all the time, and it was always open as a park to people. You know, people did come use the basketball courts
Yeah,
and use
yeah,
the
yeah.
grass and the field and all that kind of shit, and the swings and whatever. But they would still, you know, the cops would show up, and we'd go running. You know, you scatter, and that was still a thing. It's like
Run, skate, chill.
Yep,
That's what
yep,
they say.
exactly. Run, skate, chill, get somewhere, get to one of our houses in whatever direction was not in the way of the cops within a couple blocks.
What's the worst they can do to you though?
No, they give you a ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you're younger, like they can take your board and ticket you or whatever.
Yeah, there's.
I don't think that happens so much anymore.
I never had my board taken. I only got a ticket once where they happened to like.
What's the ticket? Trespassing?
Yeah, it was.
Sometimes
it was
reckless.
It was something like that. It was. I don't know. It was something about skateboarding. I
It
just remember
doesn't
being, like,
hit
a small-
vandalism, I don't.
No. It was an infraction. I got
Yeah.
like a little fine. I had to go, pay some bullshit. But
I had a few tickets back in the day. So funny. Once my friend got pulled over,
Yeah.
got like boop booped, and like I think he gave him like endangering of life or something on a street in Harlem. But it was so
reckless
funny.
endangerment. What do you
I
mean?
think I don't know, man. He was like you're not supposed to be skating in the street this fast. My friend was like, "What are you talking about?"
That we have a speed limit.
Yeah, he was under the speed limit.
Yeah. No, I remember the one time that I did get a skateboarding ticket was at a little elementary school in Monrovia, and I remember bricking it a bit because I actually had weed on me, and I was like 15 years old.
Oh yeah, that's
but I had,
classic. Yeah.
but of course I had it in my first pair of those the ES Muscas.
Oh, you had him. Wait, are they S or are they
Yeah,
Circa?
no, they were S. Yeah.
I thought those are the Circa ones. Is the stash pocket?
No.
I might be wrong.
No. The first ones, the ones they just did the reissue of.
First for Muscas.
The first were Muscas before Osiris came out with them, and they had the double tongue. It was the one in the right pot in the right tongue of the Muscas.
That wasn't a Circa shoe.
No, it was before that.
All right.
Yeah, before the circus.
But so you used the stash pocket.
I had it in the stash pocket, and I didn't get searched anyway, but of course
you had that confidence.
But you're just like, oh shit, like, oh my god, I have weed in my shoe.
Right. Damn, that's sick.
So yeah, that was my first run in.
Ryan, did you ever skateboard?
No,
You're suspicious.
I got no balance. I'm too top heavy. I tried it. I busted my ass. I was like, nope. It's something you gotta learn when you're younger, like skiing, I think.
Maybe.
I like surfing because if you fall, you just fall in the water.
Do you surf though?
I used to live in the Outer Banks in North Carolina, and I did it here and there over there.
Alright.
But
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't know.
actively. I'm retired from action sports.
Yeah, tell them what happened in Tahoe.
Yeah, but I think my whole life the universe has been trying to tell me to slow down. And finally, at a bachelor party in Tahoe, I crashed an ATV. My shoulder was all messed up.
Those things were made to crash, though. The deck stacked against you with an ATV. That sucks. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it was my own.
You got out light
Yeah,
if you're sitting here.
true. I could have
Those
broke my
things
neck.
Fuck people up.
You guys could have wheeled me in here.
So why don't they just give them out? Anyone can just go get one of those.
Yeah, right. Just like, oh, whatever. You don't need
$100
anything.
an hour
just,
or whatever.
Just
You're
do it.
fucking ripping. Yeah.
Yeah.
Soon there'll be an app. I bet. ATV me.
Well, he does. So he
Flatbed
comes up to the
drops
mountains,
off
but
your
he does a good job of being the house dad. He makes chili. He shovels the snow out of the pathway.
I could.
Did you get locked in up there with Bucky and Ever under 10 feet of snow or whatever?
We didn't get locked in, but we showed up in the middle of one. Well,
Yeah,
we couldn't drive up there because of the road. We had to wait it out in a hotel or some shit.
Yeah. So we had to dig our way in, and then he did the good job. Like, we dug enough to get ourselves through, but we didn't dig it down to the ground. And then we went snowboarding the next day, and he did us a solid and fucking dug that shit down to the bottom and made a nice clear path for us. So
Winter lifestyles. That's
But
the
yeah.
guy from Syracuse.
Yeah, exactly.
He knows
I know
what he's
about the
doing.
lake effect.
He knows what he's doing.
yeah, industrious.
I don't know if you've done it at all, but it's always fascinated me, because of the hills here.
Yeah.
Have you bombed any of these hills?
I mean, I've gone down some hills, but no notable hills that are big. Yeah. Like Baxter.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was
No
thinking.
one bombs.
That's where they did that.
Just
Tesla
two
jump,
people.
right?
Yeah, that's where that Tesla jumped over.
Yeah, I've got some scars
No.
from high school parties where we went out and bombed the
Dude,
hill back there, and of course
You can get so
have some mean road rash from riding someone else's board. The trucks are way looser than what I was used
Dog,
to.
in high school, you get away with that. I know older people who've gotten worked from doing that. No, I don't bomb hills so much. It's pure and awesome and fun to find. If it's a perfect hill where I feel safe knowing I can ride it out, and like not go that fast. I might do it for the thrill, but like doing it in the streets is a whole next level. That's action sports.
Yeah, I mean, like anything that I've done ever since then after high school is like, let me go halfway down this hill.
Oh yeah,
and then release, and then where
you put your foot, and you like try to stop yourself.
Well, I'm not trying to fucking power slide at 20-something miles an hour.
Dude, there's a point where you can't stop. The thing. That's the trick, I think, is you kind of have to just like put all your weight on your back foot, kind of hunch into it, and like take the ride, and that's the thrill if you pull it off. But like, you can't run out. Like you get to a speed where you can't
hop
step
off.
And if you hop off, you better go foot first.
Hell
and,
yeah,
like, butt slide, because otherwise you're just toppling over.
Yeah, my hip and shoulder and elbow can attest to
Good
that.
Lord.
On a speed wobble on a hill back in yeah, I mean, honestly, yeah, lucky to walk away from that with just a couple scars that have mostly gone away by now.
You get whiplash. Once I skitched on a friend's motorcycle. I'm not a big skitcher, but you know, it's like in New York, it's the pedestrian.
Explain that to the layman. Sit down.
Skitching is just holding onto the bumper of a car and letting it pull you. You do it on a bike too. That's what Back to the Future, exactly. Probably invented it. Back to the Future. I mean, I'm sure people were skitching as long as there were skateboards. I mean, but when he went back into the past, he invented it, is what I mean. Anywho, I don't do it too much. In New York, as I was saying, like your relationship to cars is slightly different as a pedestrian. They're never really going faster. They're aware of people, and you can kind of like, I'm walking here, like, that stuff can happen. Here, if you're like touching a car on the street, that's bad news for you. But anyway, my friend was cruising by Tompkins Square Park on his motorcycle, and I just grabbed onto him thinking he was just going to like mellowly chill, and he like revved it up, went so fast. And I fell so hard. And he told me after the fact he was going like 35 miles an hour by the time I let go, which is like too fast for a skateboard.
Yeah, faster than I want to go.
I had my whole arm for like months just road rashed, like nearly infected goop. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't from a hill bomb. It was from being accelerated by a motorcycle.
Yeah, that's one that's going to leave a mark. That's some shit. So you live in East LA, and so you're friends with a bunch of artists and other musicians and stuff all around the area. How do you feel like, how have you enjoyed that community since you've been living in Eagle Rock?
It's pretty cool. Like I jokingly call it like a suburb. That's not a new thing to say. Like my girlfriend hates. Her name's Isabel. She's from LA, and she hates when I say, "Oh, we live in the suburbs." She's like, "Nah, it's part of Los Angeles. It's the city." I'm like, "Yeah, but like, I opened my door and like, pretty suburban out there." That being said, there's a pretty strong community in this part of town, I feel, just based on like it's not fully turned over like from a lot of people who have lived here for a few generations, and like I think some of the artists and musicians who moved in here in the last 10, 20 years, 30 I guess, are still able to afford being nearby a little bit, maybe. I mean, shit's getting expensive as hell everywhere.
Absolutely.
But I kind of like dig the just actual kind of neighborhood vibe of it. Like in my neighborhood in Eagle Rock, it feels like a neighborhood. I see people in the neighborhood, like I know people in the neighborhood, and that's a really nice thing. And other parts of town do that too. But I live in that neighborhood. I live in this neighborhood. So it feels connected. Like I kind of consider the area of the bow tie between, the knot of the bow tie that is the San Fernando and the San Gabriel Valley.
Sure.
Like they kind of, in my mind, make a bow tie, and like the little Eagle Rock, Pasadena, like Glendale, like area that spreads out into the valleys is like this little knot in the middle. And it's a kind of cool, like...
Yeah, it's kind of like each end of it's kind of the mouth to both mountains.
Exactly.
Right?
So you access those valleys like as easily as you just access like the basin of Los Angeles. It's kind of a good like Northeast LA is a good linchpin of like, you can get, other than to the west side, like you can get to most regions pretty quickly, like in a kind of spiral pattern out. Like, you can get to East LA, you can get to...
Yeah, honestly, not that I moved
you can get to Palmdale pretty quick, man.
Yeah, not that I moved that far, but from living in Los Feliz before, like it's way fast. It's faster for me to get to the west side than it was when I was in Los Feliz.
Well, because there's no highway right there, right? You're just
Yeah, you're kind of screwed with just having to use the 101 or take surface streets for so fucking far.
Yeah, and not being a native person from here, like I kind of just, I'm from, New Jersey, you just drive too, and like we drive 45 minutes to get to another town to do some stuff. Even though it's really dense, kind of similar that way because it's super dense. But what was I gonna say? Oh, so like I didn't grow up knowing which region like was cool when it was 25 years ago. Like I'm just used to going 20 minutes farther to get to like Northeast LA from like the kind of softer, chewier Hollywood, Los Feliz, Silver Lake, not center, but like just kind of zone.
Yeah, kind of middle of LA, the whole Hollywood bullshit.
I mean, I like it for it being a gooey city, or it's just like got the shit, it's got the like.
The things are happening.
Yeah, I mean, but it's like gross in a fun city way, and like that you need that in a city, but and I like that's close, but I don't live over there, so I feel like I live in a suburb.
So you had a part in a film made by your friend. Remind me his name.
Kevin Horn.
Kevin Horn, that's right.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Yeah. You did a film with him. You guys did a premiere over here at the Highland Park Theater, didn't you?
Yeah.
Last year.
Yeah.
Speaking of those classic buildings.
Oh, that's a great one. I think I have a couple sketches of the Highland Theater, but I haven't done a proper drawing of it. But yeah, Perennial is the name of that skate video.
You want to talk a little about your style too, because you have a kind of a fun style when you skate. You got to do a lot of little like slappy curb stuff and all that cool ledges and shit like that.
Yeah, well, I think I brought up a little earlier. Yeah, so Kevin he's from St. Paul originally, Minnesota. Huh. He lives in Highland Park. He's lived here 5 or 6 years. He's an excellent photographer, skate videographer, cinematographer.
Yeah, that's great.
That's what he does. But he's one of the most talented skate filmers I've ever had the pleasure of working with as a skater. I'm fine at skating. But I'm no professional. I've never been professional. I've never had reason to like have great filming talent around me because it's never been my job. So why would I command that? My whole life of skating, I film with my friends because that's what you do. And Kevin is my friend who happens to have like professional caliber vision and talent for skate video projects. And like more than that, the drive to spend the time doing it. Because
sure, yeah, it's a lot of work.
Takes a lot of time and work, and there's for some people other ways to spend your time, and so we've just meshed really well on our ideas of like how skating can look and like how to present it and like what we like. And being from the East Coast, I like, and being at my skill level, which is fine for me. Like I'm pretty good. I think I'm not trying to like push myself down, but I like to skate like my basic tricks that I know well, that I think look good and are classic and as stylish as I can make them. I pull it off how I pull it off. And I like to try and do it on spots that like haven't really been skated too much. Not because I want to keep the spots to myself, but just because spots that are more popular, so many people have done so much cool stuff on them, including anything I can think of, I think. So I don't feel as expressive, I guess, when I'm filming skating on them. Doesn't mean I don't want to skate those spots. Like when you're filming skating, like it's kind of like you want to present a certain thing, and I try to present, just like fun, crusty, not or perfect, like cool pieces of architecture that are kind of the refuse of buildings and architecture, rather than the main plazas out front, which are incredible, necessary skate spots, but not as useful for me in filming because so much better stuff has been done on spots like that. If that makes sense. Right.
Yeah.
And Kevin is down with that vision because as a not professional skate video maker, he also like wants to highlight the kind of skating he likes to do and gets excited.
Sure, of course.
And we kind of share. We have a pretty similar taste in that, which is helpful.
Nice.
Just making skate videos with my boys.
I mean that's it. That's exactly it.
Yeah, that is exactly it. I mean, honestly, if you can share that with people, and especially if someone who shares your vision and also likes to do some cool. I mean, I've seen him skating with you in the clips you posted, even just from your phone.
Yeah, he gets out. It's cliche to say, but that's the lifestyle. It's that's what a big thing that I value in life, and it gives me happiness and like contentment and relates back to my art and like gets me in the world, seeing stuff, and expands my mental map of a place. And that's kind of like what I see myself doing, is being in the world, communicating and convening with it and interacting with it and growing and learning for myself in order to do more of that and like share that with other people. And like skating fits perfectly into that. And it's physical and fun. And you make a lot of friends that way.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, sense of community with all those things is always really one of the best elements for sure.
Yeah, and it keeps you grounded, literally. Like you're outside, you're doing something physical, you're not using a screen, like you share stuff on internet and social networks, but like you're not doing that while you're doing it.
Right.
There's all kinds of other people have done much better studying or philosophizing or writing about, the flow and the peacefulness and the therapeutic qualities of the activity like skating. People find it in other things like golf, maybe. I don't golf, but people claim to find it in other surfing. Maybe
all of those. I mean, the thing is, if it's your happy place, if that's where you go to, no, because I golf with some of our mutual friends and stuff, and yeah, it's I think I do get a similar sense. It definitely is not the same as when I was skating as a kid.
You're not golfing to make money.
No,
like you're spending your time and energy and effort and money to golf. Yeah, and if you get value out of it, like that's what I like about being in a community is you can see like how the value you're getting out of your community is created and like who's benefiting from giving you that value, and like whether it's in a subculture like skating or like going to local stuff that isn't Arby's or Rite Aid that we're bummed that they closed.
Yeah, right.
I can imagine it builds a lot of character too, because you fall down all the time. You like gotta sack up, get up.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, there's a lot of scar tissue.
I love it because like I'm so embedded in it. Like this is stuff that skaters like. You're saying like the slogan. It's sick. You're saying the skating is awesome slogan. I mean, you're right. It's observant. It's cool for you to observe that as someone who doesn't skate. Because some people see that as just like, oh, that sucks. But like some, it's like always funny when someone wants to watch you skate and you're like, I'm not gonna do.
Yeah.
And
I'm gonna do the same thing about 30 times.
Yeah, you have to be
sweat a lot.
You have to be in it with me for 45 minutes to get to the catharsis excitement point. And, often if people watch that long, they do. Like, if they're invested in whatever battle you're up to or whatever trick you're trying, they'll be hyped for you if you're hyped when you make it. Yeah.
All right. So last thing before you go, tell me what your ideal setup is. Tell me what kind of board you ride.
All right. So, no lie, I try to be pretty open to anything I can skate on. So because that way any free shit I get, I can just skate it. I don't have to be bummed if it's not my size. And B, because I try to keep myself open. But I like 8.5s kind of the most is the size. I like usually if I'm buying a board. So I'll buy like smaller companies.
Sure.
The biggest company I'll buy from is their skateboards, which is on deluxe, so that's big. But like they're a cool queer company, so I support that. I love right now Hard Body. That's my homie EJ from New York's brand. So I would have a Hard Body board. There's a big debate about trucks and skateboarding. It's
really?
A topic. Oh, yeah, big time. I kind of cut
hot button issue.
What's so controversial?
It goes back like there's history and like Thrasher was originally made to promote tracker trucks and like there's all the it's like goes back to like
that name's a blast from the past.
It goes back to like I hope it was Tracker, not a different one. But I gotta maybe my history is wrong. No, but I think it's Tracker. But like there's all this deep embedded like industry shit around trucks, but also like I don't know, people just are passionate about the metal they're grinding and turning on. But I'm down for venture trucks these days, I think. And I always ride Spitfire wheels and a Jessup grip tape. That's another fun thing for people to debate about is grip tape, and I fuck with Jessup.
Yeah, my local skate shop, shout out Sticks back in the 90s.
Oh, Sticks is chill. They're still there.
Yeah, it's different ownership, but the guy's
you got
cool.
two shops now.
Yeah. The original one that was on Foothill that was Sticks with a Y instead of I.
Oh, they switched it up to I.
Yeah, because he bought it and took it over, and then they moved it down to Old Town Monrovia. But yeah, there was always Jessup grip tape, which wasn't the biggest name back then, but it was
dude.
The owner swore by it and was like, dude, this is the best.
Well, they're from Illinois, and they're like a grip tape company pre-skate grip tape. They'll hook up your factory floors, you know.
Oh shit!
The
Really?
any icy regions. Tahoe, you should get some jessup for the terrace. Yeah, I don't know if you have a terrace, you know, for the steps up there.
Oh shit! Yeah. That's
Absolutely.
wild. I did not know that. There's a fun fact.
This is
Yeah.
a novice question, but my curiosity has been piqued. What kind of wood do they use?
Maple is usually
That's
Generally
the
7-ply?
industry standard
Generally 7-ply.
7-ply maple
across the board.
across the
Everybody.
board. It's very not environmentally friendly making skateboards, to be honest.
Oh,
It's not like the biggest industry. There's definitely shit like taking wood faster than skateboards, but yeah, just using maple. And yeah, that's all I'll say about it.
And you miss bearings and hardware, bro.
Oh man, I mean,
That's all good.
we can use bronze hardware, fuck it, and then bearings. I don't know, bone Swiss,
Okay, yeah.
expensive ones.
Yeah, I only got those once. I was rolling on those China bones for.
I'm not a big bearing. Well, people clean their bearings and rock them for years.
Oh, yeah.
I don't really do that, but maybe that's dumb of me. I just ride them grimily for years until they explode, and then that's that.
until you blow them
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I definitely had ventures on my first board. I think I had a Shorties board. Definitely
Hell yeah.
rode some Spitfires here and there.
Mm-hmm.
Fun stuff. All right, man. Well, thanks so much for being our first guest on Walk Hard.
Yeah, that was my first time ever on a podcast.
Sweet.
So,
Well, I
crushed.
hope you enjoyed it as much as we did.
yeah,
You can follow Adam on Twitter at gnarcotics. Narcotics.
gnarly
The gnarly man here on at Narcotics. You can follow him on Instagram at Narcotics and at Adam Abada Art. You can follow Bryan here at Harden in Sukasa. And you follow me at Morning Pint across all platforms. And yeah, this is the first episode of Walk Hard. Happy so much to have you guys here. And thank you so much. Big shout out to our engineer and producer, Rylan Sedevi.
got it.
Forgive me for the stumble there.
Nailed
but yeah,
the
it's
head nod.
a
Got
good
the
one,
head
man.
nod.
Good one, guys. Good to have it. And hopefully we'll do this again soon. Look forward to more of these shows coming out here with regularity. We got some good guests lined up for you. So until the next time.
Thanks, Joaquin. Thanks, Bryan.
You got it, man.
All you children gather round. We will dance and we will whirl. We will dance to our own song. We must spin to our own world. Won't you dance with me? Stop your crying, dance with me. Feel the rhythm of my arms. Don't let's cry now. Dance with me. Stop your tearing up. Don't you hear the music? Don't you feel the happy beat? Bring your paddle and dance with me. We will dance to our own song and whirl around. All you children gather round. We will dance together. All you children gather round. We will dance together.
Won't you dance with me? And whirl around. All you children gather round. We will dance together. Feel the rhythm of my arms. Stop you tearing up. Don't you hear the music? Don't you feel? Don't you feel? Don't you feel?